Everyone, it's me, Donna. This video is going to be about what I've planted this year. Um, this year, I tried not to focus too much on uh, things that you just plant during a season or whatever. I mostly want to concentrate on planting trees and, maybe like grapevines and stuff like that. Because I want something that once it reaches a certain age, it will produce year after year and give me fruit and stuff. So at least that's the goal, okay? But I did plant some tomato plants, strawberry, onion, stuff like that, just in like flower pots or whatever, um, just here and there. But I didn't want to concentrate too much on that. I just mostly want to focus on something that's just more sustainable year after year. So as you can see, I went and got or I went and got a grapevine this year. I thought I would try that again. Last year, the year before, I had gotten some, and one of them I put in a flower pot, and the others I had put in different locations on my property, but we had like a few hot days, and the one, especially the one in the flower pot, that sucker fried. Like I forgot to water it a day or two, stupid me, and before I knew it, it was fried, and there you go. And the other one, uh, things growed around it. I believe I planted it by a tree, and you know, the next year, nothing. Like it just, So, but anyway, I've got this one in a good spot next to my sidewalk, and it's in the ground, and I'm keeping an eye on it this year. And I bought it, I believe, from Walmart. So I'm keeping it watered really well, and it seems to be doing fine, except for an occasional, bug here or there eating on the leaves, but I'm not really worried too much about that. So hopefully, maybe next year or the year after, I might get some grapes. Next year, I probably might just get like maybe one or two, because within the first year or two, you can't really have too high of hopes when it comes to grapevines. So I'm just going to see, how it does and everything. But it is climbing, and so it seems like it's still living. So that's a good sign. Um, and like I said, I've got beta plants. They're coming in late this year because I planted them from seeds, and naturally, when you plant them from seeds, depending on when you actually start them, they're going to come in later than the plants that you buy, at Walmart or, your local nursery or whatever. So, that's what's happened. Last year, unfortunately, although I did get some tomatoes off my tomato plants, I had a bad case of those big fat, I guess what you call tomato worms or whatever. Them suckers ravaged my tomato plants. And I mean, ugh. And it was really disappointing to one day you start seeing tomatoes on your plant, and then the next day, all of a sudden, they're all eat up because of these big fat worms. So I killed as many of them as I could last year, and just accepted whatever it was that I got. But this year, I'm kind of keeping more of an eye out, and so far I've only seen like maybe a few worms here and there, but nothing that I'm too concerned about. But when it comes to those suckers, you just never know. I mean, one day everything will be fine, and next day your plant will be covered. They're just unpredictable, and they're sneaky. So, but hopefully this year everything will be okay, and I'll get me quite a few tomatoes off my plants. My strawberry plant did really well. It gave me like 2 rounds of tomato. I mean, strawberry. Excuse me. It gave me 2 rounds of strawberry, so I thought that was a big plus. Plus, it keeps producing runners, so if I can get any of them runners to live, then maybe I'll have some extra tomato plants from it. Um, let's see. I have a baby, I believe it is a watermelon plant, but usually with my watermelon plants, they tend to just, I don't know, I'll get like a baby watermelon off of them, and then something will eat it up or something will happen. So I don't have too high hopes for it, especially with the squirrels and all that around here. I just, but I'm just letting it grow and just seeing what happens with it. I bought a blueberry plant, and it seems like it's doing pretty well. I even got some blueberries off of it, which was cool. I bought a papaya tree, and I planted it, but as you can tell, it's using the nutrients from its leaves right now, and therefore it's killing them. Uh, but I'm hoping that once it gets through using up as many leaves, I guess, as it feels like it needs, that eventually it will take root and it will actually start using its roots to get most of its nutrients from. I'm hoping it's not dying on me. But I guess time will tell. I mean, I'm willing to give it a benefit of the doubt and just see how it's going to do, because I would really love to have me a papaya plant. Um, but it being a tropical plant, you just never know with Alabama weather. Sometimes we get harsh winters, so I don't know, but I'm keeping my fingers crossed, and I hope that it will survive and it will make it. If not, I'll just plant something else in that spot, but I'm going to give it a go. Just see, maybe in a few years I'll be lucky enough to get me a papaya from it. I don't know. Like I said, I'm trying to concentrate mostly on like trees, because I feel like they're more sustainable year after year. You'll be able to, reap your labor. Like, you'll get your fruit and everything. So, I'm just gonna see how that goes. I'm planting some seeds and stuff, like some citrus seeds, and I even planted a mango seed, and like 2 weeks ago, and lo and behold, I looked the other day and poof, there, I had a tree. And I was like, yay! So I'm hoping that my mango tree makes it, and that, that it will later on down the road give me some mangoes. So, again, I think it's more of a tropical tree as well. So it's just one of those things, you can't get your hopes up too high, but it's always a nice surprise when you can get something to survive, and you get to get fruits off of it. Same thing with the citrus trees that I'm planting. I'm not gonna hold my breath, but I'm just gonna just be happy for anything that I can get. So far, I had 2 grapefruit trees to pop up from my seeds, so I'm like, yay! So if they make it, that's a big plus. I've planted some lemon and some orange seeds and stuff like that. So far, I haven't noticed anything popping up from them as of yet, but I'm just gonna, just keep my fingers crossed on them too, because I really would love to be able to grow some citrus. I mean, that would just be awesome. Because years ago, my dad, which he's deceased now, but years ago, he planted a lime tree, and on his property and everything. And to this day, that lime tree is still alive. My sister's, taking care of it and everything. And it seems like it produces limes, year after year. So, my hope is that maybe I will have some success with citrus trees as well, But it's just one of those things. Hopefully it won't get too cold to where it will kill them, but we'll just have to see. Uh, let's see, what else? Yeah, that's pretty much it so far. So I just thought I would let everybody, kind of know what I'm up to with my planting and everything, because I know I haven't really made much of garden videos lately, but I'm still planting things. I'm just trying to be a little more selective about what I'm planting. My mind has kind of changed about certain things, and I try not to go too crazy with seasonal plants, and try to focus on, like I said, trees and stuff like that. I've got some trees planted on down in another area of my property that I've bought from a local store and everything. They're like a year or two old, something like that. And what I'm having to do is, because I feel like I've got like a jungle that I'm having to clear out, pieces of it, year after year, and it seems like it just grows back on me before I know it. But I'm just taking it patches at a time, and I'm planting fruit trees in those spots to where hopefully eventually I will have the jungle mostly cleared out, and then eventually it will be all planted up with fruit trees. Years ago I made the mistake of planting like rows of Sharons and crepe myrtles and all those types of different plants. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're beautiful, they're lovely and everything, but when you mix them in with some of these, native trees and all that crap, it just, like I said, it becomes like a jungle. And I don't really reap, other than the beauty, I don't really get to reap, you know, benefits off of it. So I thought, well, why not try to make my land work for me and give me fruits, and be able to enjoy what I've planted, besides just beauty and smell and everything. Why not actually get food from it, year after year? So thought, hey, what the heck, go for it. So that's what I'm doing. It's a struggle, but I'm going for it. But anyway, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.